Hi Libra, welcome to your weekly scopes. Please keep in mind this is only a general reading. Take what it feels right and what resonates with your own life experiences at the moment. For the monthly scopes, I'll be doing a spread called the Flying Bird, which is a spread that intends to bring to awareness the direction you may be going towards the month of May. In Libra, for the here and now, for the present moment or the departure, in the month of May, you have the comparison card or the Five of Clouds or the Five of Swords. So you may start the month really doubting yourself, doubting your abilities and your talents and the things, the unique things you have to offer the world, your own individual powers, and you may be too focused on your faults and looking too much to what other people have and you don't, inner qualities that you admire or you wish you had. But more than wanting to compare yourself from something or someone that you could never be, the message of this card is about you recognizing your own talents, your own strengths, your own weaknesses, without judging yourself or without feeling less of a person or less of a beautiful individual because you don't share some qualities that you may admire in others. So for the present, in the departure, you start looking towards your own self, your own abilities, your own qualities, trying your best to doubt yourself in the perspective that you may feel like you lack some qualities that you find on other people. But if you lack those qualities, you surely have qualities that other people may feel the same way about you. So it's about you discovering, unfolding your own talents, your own strengths that you may be doubting or undervaluing about yourself. The resistance or the fear of flying card talks a lot about, again, projections towards others, and it's the dream card. So you may be still refusing to acknowledge, or it may be still hard for you not to compare yourself towards others or other circumstances because you are too attached from an idealization of life or an idealization of partnership that doesn't really match with the reality of your life and the reality of your purpose. So the fear of flying is still holding on to the dream or to the fantasy that doesn't really match up to your own being and your own strengths. This card in this position talks about letting go of a dream that may be still only an illusion and not a real dream to focus on that will empower you, but still let you feel diminished because you keep comparing from what other people have or from other people's circumstances, and you always feel this lack and keep longing for the fairy tale or for the enchanted prince or princess to come into your life to save you. But it's more about you saving yourself. It's about you, again, stop comparing towards outward circumstances and start focusing on what you have to contribute to your own life purpose. Also, because the response to that fear is breakthrough, which means in that realization that you may still be too attached to a dream or to a false dream, a false idealization, you become free from it. You become free from things that were holding you back. You become this amazing power, amazing inward strength that it pierces to the outside world and it shines and it shows its force, its creative, amazing force. So the response to that dream is a release, a big release, a big breakthrough. But sometimes, like I always say, in order for you to have a breakthrough, you need to have a breakdown. It's just part of the process. But if you do during the month of May, be aware that that breakdown is bringing you much closer to your unique talent, your unique fire, of expressing your own individuality and your own powers, and letting go of things that no longer serves the purpose of your life at the moment and are making you judge or undervalue your own innate qualities as an individual being. Also, the intuition is maturity. So follow the intuition of your own, again, uniqueness, of your own inner amazing gifts, of your inner beautiful richness of um, of your soul, of your being, of being so aware of the things you have to offer, that you are so beautifully, deliciously amazing by your own realization of the so yeah, things. Be mature enough to acknowledge what makes you special and what strengths you have in your core being that you are undervaluing. And look again to the card. The apple is falling from the tree, and it's falling from the companion of other apples, acknowledging its own individual richness, its own individual flavor to offer to the world. And when you acknowledge that, you become so mature. The intelligent response to that intuition is a beautiful card, and is a card that it doesn't exist in any deck unless this one, because it's not from the traditional 78 cards, and it's the Master card. So, as we know, when the student is ready, the teacher comes. And even if you are the teacher, or if you are the student, or even if you are both, this is just saying again, when you acknowledge your own individual strength, when you no longer need other circumstances and other people to dictate who you are or who you should be, you become a master of source of your own being, an enlightened being that just has so much knowledge of its own individual strength that his path is to awaken that in others. So after you activate that maturity card, you'll probably have an intelligence and emotional response of knowing, of realizing so much uh, wisdom that you carry inside of you that it may have until the moment not be visible to your own being. Maybe other people see you as very wise and very not knowledgeable, but if you don't acknowledge that in your own being, that really doesn't matter. Because being a teacher or being a master or being a guru is nothing but a realization of your own being, an awakening of your own strengths, a knowing, a self-knowing of yourself. So this is a beautiful response. And it's really, it ties with the maturity card. Is once you decide to fall from the tree, you become this unique individual being. Maybe you attract people to lead you, to guide you in that new path of awakening, of self-realization of your own way. Or maybe people will be attracted and drawn to you into your wisdom of knowing. Either way, this card gives the idea of just you becoming so knowledgeable of yourself that immediately you inspire your environment, you inspire and you attract either the right people to guide you, either the people that are needing your example to inspire itself and to learn and to become as enlightened as you may become during the month of May. The relaxation and acceptance card is conditioning. So in May, it may still be necessary to accept and be okay with the conditioning that you are being faced upon, or that you see happening around you. And even though you may become enlightened and awakened in some sense, there's a need during the month of May to accept and relax about the conditionings that they may still carry upon you. So you are really being driven to go into this awakening of individual force, but it may take its time because deeply rooted conditions and expectations and projections and wiring inside of us, it takes a long time to change. And it takes a long time to get rid of, especially when you live in a world and you live in a society that it's so conditioned as you are. So the relaxation and acceptance card is, even though you may be aware and become much more aware of the need to awaken your inner lion and your inner strength, and where you are not afraid of deviating from the crowd, of no longer following the sheep. Maybe this month is still about you accepting things as they are outside, and do as much as you can inside about it. Maybe it's still not the month. You're still working a lot inwardly. And that's why you need to relax and accept the conditioning. Either the conditioning of your own being or the conditioning of other beings around you, of other circumstances around you. They are not playing out exactly as you wished to be a match, with that awakening of spirit. But it's about you relaxing and accepting it and doing your own inner work in spite of the conditioning that may be around you. And when you do that, you awaken that lion. You are feeding this lion. You are showing it love and showing it that you came back to him and showing him how to not be afraid. So in the future, when this energy goes outside, you are completely uh, aware of your lion power, of your force, of your individuality. And also because the new level of awareness that you arrive, the arrival of that departure, is patience. So more than a month of action, it's a month of passive realization of yourself, passive realization of your conditions at the moment in your life. So things you are wishing to implement, to change, to reformulate in some sense in your life, you're going to take its time. And it's about acknowledging that time and having the patience, the perseverance, and the endurance of being completely calm and acceptant about it. So the new level of awareness that you arrive is this new ability to just wait for things to unfold, to just be patient, to just be receptive to life gifts and life's offerings. So Libra, the month of May is a month really inspiring in discovering a lot about yourself, in uncovering a lot of old programmed conditionings and behaviors that may be still inside of you, and breaking free of them. And when you break free, again, you mature. And when you mature, you achieve this patience and this endurance to take life with your own hands without wanting to rebel or force anything, just knowing that you are doing your role and that everything has its time to play out. So I wish you a great month. Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing. It really means a lot to me. And we'll see each other in the next video.